Hello everybody, ciao a tutti. This is a tutorial of how to use EBALL, some basic settings, how to tag a game and how to analyze your data. It's pretty simple and straightforward. So this is the main page. Once you log in, the app needs your data, of course, to work, and we can do that in settings. In settings, it's really intuitive. In edit players, you go and you add your players, your team. Let's do Mattia. Okay, I am number 6, and you just add a player. One tip: if you use the same starting 5 a lot, you can click on edit and drag and drop the players in the order you want. I advise you to put the first 5. Okay, you're starting 5. That's going to be easier later in the tagging. Here in calls, you just add your sets, your call names. Let's say you do a fist up set and you just add a call. Pretty simple. Same thing for actions. Okay, there are the actions you run. Let's say you want to analyze your top pick and roll. Okay, and you can call them whatever you want. You add action of top pick and roll. Okay, and if you click on the button right here, you get to choose the defenses you are going against that you want to analyze. Here are some pre-made defenses, but you can choose your own names. You can say drop at the defense, and let's say switch. Okay, then we're gonna find this in the tagging later. The same thing goes for situations and shot types. Okay, the app lets you do a defense tagging as well. Okay, and they work the same way. For example, actions are the action the other team is running, and you want to analyze the defense. Let's say, for example, you want to see how your ball screen defense is doing. You just click ball screen, you set up your defenses, and later you tag the game and you can analyze them. Okay. I made the app so you can tag as deep as you want. Okay, this is all you can tag in your game. Okay, let's say, for example, that I want to tag everything I can. I want to be as much detailed as I can. You save the selection, always offense and defense. Okay, and then you go to data, start new game, and you're gonna see all your buttons. Okay, let's do some fake possession. Let's say the other team is playing man-to-man. I'm playing a shake set, a ball screen action. They go ice on the ball screen. And then the situation ends with a pocket pass. Okay, the player is the last player who's touching the ball. In this case, for the ball screen, it will be the point guard playing the ball screen. But for a pin down, for a stagger, it will be the player coming out of the pin down. Let's say that Duncan shot the ball. Okay, the target of the action is the target of the action. Okay, so let's say the point guard is coming off the ball screen, he's the target. He passed the ball to Duncan, he is the shooter. Okay, but Curry was the target of the action, and the screener, it was Duncan. Let's say the shot clock, it was at the end of the action between 0 and 8. It was a late shot clock shot, and Duncan made a field goal made 2. Okay, with a layup and assist went to Curry. We had 1 point touch and 0 ball reversal, and Duncan made a layup from here. And then we can add the possession, and the possession is saved, and we can go on. Okay, pretty simple. Let's say we want to make a substitution. Okay, Bryant goes out, Jordan goes in. Easy and straightforward. And same thing goes for defense. But sometimes we don't want to analyze everything. Okay, so we can go to full game selection again and say, okay, I only want actions and calls. I don't care about nothing else. And maybe the last player who touches the ball, the shooter, the primary player. Okay, I save the selection I go back to my tagging game and I only see what I chose to see. Okay. Once I finish the game, 70, 75 possessions, I click show results. I see my possession here. I give a date, a win or a loss, home or away, and a game name. This is game 1. Let's go game 11 because I have 10 games saved. I save the game and that's it. We save the game. Okay. We can find the just saved game here. Here we go, game 11. This is our possession. And we can click analyze game. Okay. But the main part of the app is the offense analyzer. Let's say I want to analyze play calls. I click here, okay, filter games. I need to select the game I want to analyze. Okay, let's say I only want the wins. Okay, I only want the wins. There we go, filter games. This is the play count, okay, of my sets. So I play horns 16% of the time. This is my efficiency, and I have the same data right here in a table. Maybe it's easier to understand. Okay, let's say I click on horns. Okay, I can see the actions that horns generated. Okay, I play horns, and then 1.5 points per game are generated on both screens of horns. Okay, and these are the lineups that played horns the best. So you can compare lineups and make your adjustments. Let's say, okay, that I want to analyze how I played shake to the selected games, to all the wins. Okay, let's say to all the games. Okay, how did I play shake? I click get call info. Okay, shake. These are my actions. These are the lineups that played shake, and these are the points per game of shake and some average statistics. Okay, the same thing can be done for actions. For example, I want to see how my defenses, how my offense is going against specific defenses. So I click ball screen, okay, and I can compare the ice defense, 1.6 point per possession, show, switch, follow, drop, and behind. Okay. And also I can see the players involved in the action I selected. Okay. It's pretty easy, intuitive. As more that you go to the app, it's going to be easier and easier to do. Okay. We can do some players analysis, and they're always divided by shooter, target, and screener. Okay. And you can play around with this data. If you click on a player, okay, the actions that player made are going to show up. Okay. And one last thing maybe for lineups. Okay. These are all the lineups, okay, by points scored. Okay, so you can see and the relative efficiency. Okay. If you click on a lineup, you can see the names. Okay. And if you click on a lineup, you can see the calls that lineup played. So maybe this lineup of Curry, LeBron James, Brian, Duncan, and Jokic played horns for 0.7 possession per game. Remember, this is all fake data. Your data is going to be looking much nicer. If you have a specific lineup in mind, you can choose the 5 player you want to analyze. Okay, get your lineup info and have all the info about that lineup to all the games. Okay. One last thing, I know you want to know about live game. Okay, this is a live game possibility in the app. Sometimes you just want to tag calls and actions, okay, because everything's happening so fast. Let's do a couple possession, fake possession. Okay, we made a tree here. In time, in a post-up, we had a turnover, okay, and in transition, we had a post-up again, a 2-point. Okay, nice. Now we call a timeout. We want to know what's happening. Okay, we can just click analyze game, and boom, This is all your data to that moment in time. Okay, so these are the calls you played, the actions you played with the relative efficiency. We see the ball screen 2.7 and post up just 1 point per possession and a relative table. If I click on an action, I can see the differences. So during this game, this fake game, okay, I can see that the defense played eyes and behind the ball screen. Okay, this is actual data that's gonna help you win more games. Okay, and that's it. Thank you for listening.